Hey everybody, how's it going? I know we're a little early today, but that's fine. Yeah? It is cold and rainy and wet and amazing outside today. And I don't know if y'all can hear, but Callie is like purring up a storm. Come on, baby, whoops. Hey Pro Pool, hey Jennifer, hey Regina, hey Wendy. Says it's so miserable here, cold and wet and windy. Hope you are all doing well. We're doing great. The basement is not flooding, which is nice. And Callie figured out I'm wearing lip gloss. So, and she is like damp from being outside. So she's decided to interject into our stream today. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing lip gloss. Oh, well. Oh, well. I tried to wear lip gloss for y'all today. Hey, Sopa. Hey, Silver. Hey, Carol. Hey, Maria. Hey, Jasmine. We're gonna be doing some wire wrapping today, I think. Gosh, I am just. Is this how you feel all the time, just covered in your own fur? Hmm. Her little paws are so cold from being outside. Sweet baby kitty. And I started the stream a little early today because my laptop crashed, and I was like, I can't chat anymore. So maybe it still works. I hope I didn't lose all my files.
No, it didn't crash. It just
Stopped working.
yeah.
I was wondering if I'd be able to hang with you today. Hey! Oh, I'm so glad you were able to join us. Wire wrapping stuff, I love it. I don't know what I'm going to be wire wrapping just yet, though. I'm going to see if I can wire wrap one-handed. UK started up, but cleared up just before the sunset. Oh, that's nice, Jennifer. I'm hoping this winter weather that we're having, because it was supposed to ice, what, last night or tonight, Randy?
Last maybe this night.
I don't know. Well, it didn't ice last night, and I'm really glad I took an allergy pill. Yup. Lip gloss and cat hair are the number one best adhesive on the planet. Or at least have the strongest bond. Oh, crossed with a ragdoll. He's crazy. Oh, Carol. I've met ragdoll cats before. They are delightful. She just purring. And she's so standoffish sometimes in the summer. So I try to soak this up whenever she like accepts my presence. Such a pretty kitty. Ready to get an allergy pill. Oh, I've already had an allergy pill, Dana. I had a sneezing fit earlier. But yeah, it didn't ice last night. Actually, all of our tender annuals are still like I'd actually gone out and picked the last of the October roses because I thought the ice would kill them last night, but they're blooming up. Oh, that the coral ones actually smell better than the red ones, but so what are y'all up to today? Hey, Michelle. Let me see if I can't get this loaded back up so I can read y'all's comments over here. Oh, Callie. You sweet kitten. Okay. I'm gonna have to put you down. What's up?
Just here.
Drawing for class? Right on, Jasmine. Jennifer says, I've been wrapping a wire prong setting for some round labradorite flatback tabs. Ooh, right on. Trying to stay dry. Hey, Zoot. Also, I want to shout out to all y'all who helped us have the most successful shop update we have ever had yesterday. I know. She just so smug because she knows that I'm drowning in cat hair. Can I sit you down? Like, would you accept that, Callie? I can't work like this. I can't work in these conditions. I'm gonna have to sit you down, okay? We'll snuggle later. Oh, I just got all. Oh, there we go. Excuse me. Oh, wonton soup, right on. soon as I had gotten all the cat hair off, I kissed her again. I can't help myself. I'm trying to get going, get up and going. This weather just makes me want to sleep. Right? Like we woke up at like 9-ish, and stayed in bed until like 11, just wallowing because this rainy weather. I'm designed to hibernate, y'all. Sorry, the stream crashed. We're back though. And Nori, chocolate, and a purring cat are the way to go.
Successful what?
A successful shop update. Yesterday, like all the cabs and stuff, you were part of that, Judy. But yeah, the most successful shop update we have ever had. Like I think we have, what was it, 9 cabs left total?
9 items.
9 items, 2 of which are strands of lampwork glass, which is pretty exciting. Making basic steampunk jewelry for me to wear to my sister's Halloween wedding. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's get the camera turned around. If you guys have any questions or anything that you'd like for us to answer, which speaking of which, there's the Sam dog. Hey Sam, I love you, buddy. I love you. I do. You're the best boy. Don't tell your brother. But yep, just like that, just like how Nightbot just did. For questions, do the thank you, Daniel, for pulling that up. Can I help you, little Sam dog? He's like, no. Yeah, better make more for sure. We have an auction this weekend. And then we will be doing another shop update on Monday. And I wanted to give you guys a preview warning of, I guess, not a preview warning, not a warning, a heads up that we will be doing a Black Friday sale. We are posting 100 cabochons to our shop update on Black Friday in November. That's the day after American Thanksgiving.
Why?
Why?
Because we won't be having an auction.
No, we will have had our auction the week prior.
Yeah, but that week we're not.
Yeah, that week we're not home, so since we're not going to be having an auction, we're going to do and let me specify. Like I need to like find a calendar or something. That's a clock. How do I? Oof. Oh, I'll come and get that. I'm just trying to figure out, how do I even find my own stream? Like, good gravy. Okay, excellent. I'm putting it in live chat instead of top chat. Cool, so now I'll be able to see all y'all's comments. Very cool. I'll be right back because I want to show you guys our calendar, and we will be posting this up on... Getting this up from under your butt. You're just sitting on everything today. Sweet critter. It's it looks like a giveaway. I can't wait for this. It's not spicy. Callie wiped off all of my spicy lip gloss. It's not spicy. Yeah, a cat fur for sure. Crap, I grabbed the wrong calendar. I'll be back. Figure people don't need to see the one that's like, this is whatever house insurance takes out. This is hard. You know?
Right.
Okay. Excellent. Alrighty, so get your calendars out, y'all. Now we're gonna be updating this to the website come November. Which is soon. So we will not be live streaming on Tuesday because we're actually going camping on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Like we're gonna go out and vote and then hide in the woods for 3 days. So that's a thing. But we will be having a shop update video on the 2nd, and we're gonna be posting a tutorial on the 1st. Don't know which one. We'll figure it out. We will be having an exclusive stream. EXCLUSIVE stream to our Craft Along Club and patrons. Can't hold the wire to work with it, so I bought a beading loom and have to do what I can with that. Right on, Julia. I hope you're okay. Did Callie give you a pair of... Oops. What? Penny, that sounds so bad, but yes, she did. We'll be having another tutorial on the 8th. And then a live stream on the 10th, shop update. And those are at 2 p.m., 2 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and then noon. And if it's not a live, then we do a premiere. Hey, Acid, how's it going? Okay, and then exclusive stream. And those are from 3 to 5 on Saturday if you're one of our $1 and up supporters. And then on the 15th we'll be having a tutorial. And all of these times are at Central Standard Time. So like for me right now it is 2:10 in the afternoon. So whatever time is for you if you're watching this live, then time's a construct. We're going to be having a live stream on the 17th. Shop update. Mama's got to hustle to get that bread. And then another exclusive stream. That will be our last stream. We're actually going to be having our auction on the 20th. And the auction starts at 4:30 for our Craft Along Club and Patreon supporters. But y'all, Randy and I we're branching off. We're no longer accepting more Patreon supporters. We have all of those tiers capped off. We're trying to get everybody moved over to our Craft Along Club because we are so over Patreon. Like there's a couple of folks who contacted us that their payment was processed on like September 25th, which it's supposed to process from the 1st through the 5th, so we ship on the 15th, and then Patreon just didn't process their payment until the 25th, and I'm like, and we don't get notified of that. So then we had a couple of folks who very, very kind, very patient as always. Like we're so lucky to have the best supporters, but still, like we're tired of dealing with that, so we don't have to deal with any of that stuff though over on our Craft Along Club. So we're going to have our auction, and then I don't think we're going to have an exclusive stream the next day, and then we're not going to be back again until... Randy, will we be home on the 29th?
We'll be driving.
Okay, so we'll do our shop update on the 30th?
Yes.
We will not be having a shop update on the 23rd because, again, we're not home. We can't really ship stuff. I don't know, babe. What do you think? Nah, we just won't have one. But we will be having our Black Friday.
Now, starting on what Monday?
What do you mean?
We got 5.
This one. Because it's starred.
Okay.
So we were going to do a shop update. We'll have to bring the trays. Because if we can't do a shop update that week.
Okay.
Because we're not home. So should we that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So starting on the 9th, 16th, 30th, 7th, and then let's see, 14th, we will actually be uploading, what are they called? Jewelry. We'll be adding jewelry to our shop for sale. So that's going to be really cool. We're also going to be having auctions on December 4th and December 11th. Again, starting at 4:30 Central Standard Time in the afternoon. So that'll be good. Do what?
Go back a month.
Yeah, we'll be having an auction our Black Friday sale, and then auction. The fourth auction, Randy, was this month's.
Okay.
The fourth auction tray. Randy and I went through and we sorted all of our inventory that we had made as like backstock for Anime St. Louis and Dragon Con that didn't happen this year. So we've got like a pretty beefy auction lineup this month. Tammy says, "Don't you post all these dates and events?" We do, but this is actually how we plan our month. So just we get a lot of questions actually from folks pretty frequently about like, well, how do you budget your time? How do you kind of plan all this stuff? And I just wanted to kind of demonstrate you don't have to know what you're doing to still get stuff done. And I actually juggle 2 day planners this to try to sort all of the different things because there's not enough space like on one page. Bye Tracy. Get some good naps in. Woo! Hey, loving hands.
According to the live channel, it's supposed to be relatively nice.
Oh, for the camping trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear him, Purple, because the heater's on, but Randy says the weather's supposed to be pretty nice, like high of 63, low of like low 40s. So, according to the live channel, yeah, it is always cold in November. But that's actually not worse. As long as it's not raining, it won't be worse than the weather on our camping trip last year, where it was awful. It was like, and that was in early October, and it was in the very low 40s, but it was raining and windy like the entire time. So I don't know. We're gonna try it out. Sage says, is that auction on Etsy or YouTube? That'll be on YouTube. All of our auctions are through YouTube. We no longer sell through Etsy. Like, I think we have a couple of digital templates still up. But all of our sales and everything will be through either our website for our Monday shop updates or live on YouTube, in which case the transactions are still completed over on our website. So... What up, babe?
7 inches.
Wow, Ashley. 7 inches of snow? Holy smokes. Oof. Now, one of the nice things about snow, though, is it doesn't flood your basement, because I'm here, like, really glad the basement's not flooding. And I just thought to myself, was like, would I rather have all this rain, or would I rather have snow? I don't know. So that's how these guys came out, and I don't know if I want to... Hope so, but remember, it's close to Oklahoma and the weather can change 50 degrees in a day. That is very true. Aw, thanks, cute tree. That's our Sam dog. He is super adorable. So I think I am just going to put these guys on chains for in the auction. So I'm getting our auction bin closed back up. Oh, they're too thick to fit into the auction bin. So that's how that guy came out. I think I'm gonna polish him up, but not in today's stream because I'm gonna be using a Dremel. I'm gonna be wire wrapping this feller today. Ooh, that's a really good idea, Bev. Thanks, Daniel. Do what, love?
Tell them about that.
No.
We found the limit.
Yeah, I guess I'll tell him about it. We found the limit of what we're capable of cramming into a kiln because we scorched an entire layer of glass and full fused them directly to the ceramics in the mold. But it's okay. We're gonna flip them over, melt them out, grind them down, see if we can salvage the molds. But we stacked too greedily and too deep.
It's okay, we now know where the limit is.
Yep, but now we know. That's the price of learning. I think I'm going to do this in titanium toned silver. I think that'll be pretty nice. Wow, wow, wow. And Propel says, been there, done that. You won't know the limits until you try. Like the dwarves in Moria, exactly. But we had done a whole batch. Like Randy stacked up all the tile cabs, and we did like 3 layers of tile cabs, like on each of their shelves, and then the top. We did 3, and the 4th layer was the molds on top. And the top, I had done all of them in this color blend, and they scorched so bad. Like a lot of the glass like boiled away somehow. Like it was just not in the mold anymore. Oof. Thanks, Dee. Lisa says, got my stitches out this morning. Bev says, show us. I'm gonna go grab the thing.
You just need the one.
Well, I thought I would show the extent, like the spectrum of how bad they fused. So some of them, the ones that were more central, like under the main part of the heat element, got it worse than the other ones. So this is one of the molds. And Randy was able to get a couple out, but you can see here where it started fusing to the mold. Just too high of temperature, I suppose. Man, they came out super pretty though. But what we're gonna do is we're going to turn it over on top of some kiln posts and full fuse, like run the cycle again. That way, as much of the glass as we can manage will actually like drain out. But you can see like this one, how it full. Yeah, I was trying to make like little earths. But just oof.
Not the extent of the worst ones, though.
That's the mildest. This one I was pretty upset about because I thought they came out just gorgeous. But I think we'll again lay it on its tummy, cook them out. And this took 5 molds, but this one, y'all, this one is this one's messed up. Like just scorched earth. Because again, normally they puddle, but these ones they just fused up the sides. I think this happens from too high of a temperature. We could pie, but the molds are anywhere from like $20 to $40 a piece, depending on their availability. Salem is 2020 Earth, so no, Daniel, that's a little too on the nose. Do I have flatten everything, right? But yeah, so now we know. I'm gonna go put these back. They make me sad to look at. But I'm definitely going to have to do more of this color combination, just not so close to the heat.
What didn't really show on the camera was the ones where the glass like evaporated.
Those ones aren't there anymore.
What do you mean?
I think you probably
No.
like I couldn't find. Which one? Yeah.
I guess I did pop you.
Oh.
Here.
Yeah. Well, it's done. But yeah, this is what Randy wanted me to point out to you guys, is how the glass actually started climbing up the sides and pulling away. So like this one here, like this was just as full as any of these other ones with glass, and then it just moved up the side. So yeah, lesson to learn. Expensive lesson, but hopefully we'll be able to salvage it one way or another, and we will keep you guys up to date with the salvaging process. Tammy says, can you break the mold, grind into shapes? We could, but the molds are quite expensive. Like even if it was one that, one of our smaller ones that was only like 15 or 20 to get, that's still, it's, I'd rather tip it over and try to cook the glass out, because then from there I might be able to grind the glass down. But I'd rather save the mold. Armageddon Earths, yeah. I like that. Sells 2020 Earth. Yeah. Well, and we've done that on some of our other molds, D. Like again, we're exploring and trying to find the limits and boundaries of what we can do. Like I tried to skimp on the zip and only did 2 layers instead of 3 and had a whole batch of molds stick. And so we were able to turn those over and get them melted out. So it's just stuff like that where I need to just not be stingy. But zip is like $40 a bottle, and 1 bottle gets us through like 4 firings. So can you take the cost of the cabs off on your taxes? Probably. We could write it off just as an expense, but it doesn't get so specific whenever we file of like, well, this is how much I spent on botched projects. Hey, Mary Hart, how's it going? We haven't gotten any ice yet, but the day is young. We were able to go out and get groceries, so that's all taken care of and nice. Okay. In 4 firings, how many cabs do you get? It varies anywhere from like 20 to 100 depending on the size. So,
You don't use the zip on the tiles.
Yeah, and I don't use the zip on the tiles, so that's true. We use the kiln paper, which is also expensive. Hey, Prosy. I live in southwestern Missouri, like right near kind of the corners of like Arkansas and Oklahoma. Yeah, we're kind of close to Kansas too, aren't we? What is the best wire to use if I'm using it with bright aluminum jump rings? I really like Parawire's silver-plated silver toned for use with bright aluminum jump rings. This silver-plated titanium is just a little bit darker, but I also think it gives a really nice contrast too. So sometimes you don't always need to be matching your metal tones perfectly. Sometimes having a little bit of a complement, like a little contrast, it can be a really nice effect, because then from there you could also make it accessorize a little more easily with like sterling silver or steel. Steel is lighter than feathers, Randy, you're right. Oh, mercy. I'm scrolling through my Instagram trying to find a piece that I had done so I can replicate it. Beep. Where are you at, little bobble?
Could you use graphite powder as a mold release?
I don't know. That's a really good question. How did I even make that? Where's my Dropbox file at? Okay, sorry. I know this is like super intensely entertaining live stream content. Wait, what's up? Have you ever been to the Minnesota Renaissance Festival? If so, as a seller or as a buyer? I haven't been to the Minnesota Ren Fair, but I have gone to a fair share of others. I really like the Bristol Ren Fair, 10 Ren, the Tennessee Renaissance Festival, Scarborough Fair, the Texas Renaissance Festival, the Muskogee. Like all those are really good. But I've never gone as a vendor. We have applied in the past to multiple Ren fairs and just never got in. But oh, I missed something. Oh, hey, Fit. I meant to be here on time, then had to fill out insurance. Oof. Oh, goodness. Let me scroll through. Yeah, and that's a fair point, Mary Hart. So it's wrong with the pretty Armageddon cabs. Still haven't used them. Very good deal. Prosy, I am talking as loud as I can. So, is anybody else having, hey Jim, problems with their audio?
Well, through the headset, I can even hear me talking in here.
Oh, really?
So here comes the heater.
Yeah. Heater's turning on too, so if y'all couldn't hear me before, good luck. Gotcha, Droma. Yeah, I'm rummaging. Give me a sec. Oh my gosh, just let me open it. Well, crap. I tried. I can't get it open. Yeah, the graphite powder, we actually have some that we use for when we're like electroforming stuff. But I do wonder about it because I know that, ooh, wow, it is 2:32 in the afternoon, Mustafa. Hey Brooke, you didn't sleep through it this time. Now, the thing is like with our molds, if I use zip, then I can no longer use kiln wash. If I use kiln wash, I don't think I can use zip. Like that mold has been baked with one of the mold releases, it kind of becomes, I'm not going to say completely incompatible, but significantly less compatible. Just because I'm pretty sure mold or kiln wash isn't as finicky as zip. So I don't know if I'd be able to experiment with the graphite without potentially rendering the mold unusable with one of my other proven mold releases. It's good for pigmenting epoxy and resin. Right on. But yeah, we actually have a can of graphite spray lubricant that I like using for just spraying down the pieces that I'm going to electroform. It gives really nice even coverage. Sam, she says, what amazing creation are you doing today? I was going to try to wire wrap this guy, but I'm looking for one of my own tutorials, and I can't find it. So I'm like, how did I make that? It was like 2 or 3 years ago. Why not get a small single mold just for the sole purpose of the graphite test? It's expensive. Like even a small single mold is still like $15, and I'm not at a position right now to I'm very hesitant to experiment with something just to have it fail. Like I need to get a couple of other things paid off and stuff before I can beef back up to where I can just be like, okay, well, let's budget for completely scrapping a project. Well, I can't figure out how I had done the other piece, so I'm just going to try something else. Make something new. But yeah, the piece that I wanted to make with this big tile, or this big cab, was this one, which I know I have a written tutorial somewhere for, or I thought, but my laptop won't open it. So I'm kind of like, well, ruh-roh. Hey, Christina. Yes, my wire wrapped bauble tutorial. Which I'm not going to pull up the video and follow along my own video during a live stream. Mustafa, I really like Parawire, though I understand it's not, it's produced here in the United States, in New Jersey, actually. And I don't know if it's always available internationally, but, it's the best. Like, it is my favorite. Also, Rio Grande carries some pretty good wire, and I'm pretty sure that they sell internationally too. Brooke says, I finally happened to make a piece from one of your tutorials after years of watching you. Ah, right on. She said, I did the leaf, just an easy round one first, trying to figure out the bail part now. Right on. Hey, Mama Salty, how's it going? Hey, Bernice. They do. Parawire does a lot of giveaways. Okay, so I've done 20 wraps, coiling with 28 gauge wire around some 16 gauge. Zoot. Yes, I did. I'm so sorry. I'm so behind on answering emails. Like, I have like 40 emails that I need to like sit down and give each one my undivided attention. But I did see the email. I don't really know how. I don't know. We'll go over that a little bit today, actually, Zoot. Because I haven't done that style before, but a lot of it's just weaving and then manipulating it, which I know sounds like, oh, well, you just blah, blah, blah. But, like, it's never actually that easy of like, oh, we'll just do the thing and then do this thing. So I did 20 wraps, coiled the end down, so that probably brought it up to like 25. And now I've done 5 rotations around both wires. Hey, Linda. Aw. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like what we do. Oh my gosh, Mama Salty, I hope you're okay. Kay says, how much do you usually charge just to put a lobster claw on a bracelet? Normally, honestly, that's something that I would just do for free. But I also use like plated base metal lobster claws, so nothing very fancy going on there. So I'm going to be doing, for the bail, I'm just doing a 3-beat figure 8. So doing 3, going across, and 3, going across, doing 3. I'm having an issue getting the coils to stay tight. Is there any tricks or just practice? Lots of practice. The biggest thing whenever you're placing your coils is try to place them next to each other every single time. So you'll see here whenever I wrap around and then I kind of squeeze it down. Do you mean just like coils in a line pro pool or coils in a weave or... Hey, Rebel. And the more coils we do on each side in between the crossovers, the wider and more airy looking the weave is going to be. Did I just do 3? Yeah, that was 3. Just coils in a row. Right on. What gauges are you using? And also, is it round wire or square wire? Because it's much easier to practice your coiling on round wire. Oh, thank goodness. The heater turned off. Like, I like being warm, but that thing's so loud. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I even like shut it and put a thing over it to try to muffle the sound. For all you that use Dries stuff, Dries is no more. Michael's bought them out and shut the brand's internet. What? No, seriously? Oof. Hey, Rebel. Yeah, we're wire wrapping. Brooke says, so with the leaf I made, I have one long piece of wire left from one side of the leaf coming off the top. How could I turn that into the bail? You could, like, is it this side? So is it coming up like that? Because if it is, what I would recommend would be to make sure that these two pieces are bound together. How long is it? Like, how many inches of wire? Okay, so let's pretend for a sec that these are, actually, I can actually bind them together. Okay, so that's attached like that. Let's pretend it's done a little bit more tidy and professional though. So with it being 20 gauge, something that we could do is if you have a jump ring, then you could snip it and coil it down to be like a just a like almost like a split ring that's attached to it. Because are you using 20 gauge, Brooke? Because I'm just going to pass this back through on itself because again, this 20 gauge copper is pretty flimsy. Okay, yeah, so I kind of made a little bit of a knot around right there just so that it's not going to be coming apart no matter which way the leaf gets tugged. And then, let's see, I'm not going to snip it back yet, but do you have any jump rings? Bye, Mustafa. Have a great night. So I'm just going to use my mandrel pliers. Do what, love?
You're off screen.
Oh, sorry. Thanks for letting me know. So I just use my mandrel pliers to make 2 loops around like that. And I'm going to come through again and just stabilize the wire around. You could snip it and have it sit flush, or you could do another little loop, which I think, well, there went that. Hey Tiggy, how's it going? And then I'm just going to make a little decorative spiral. And I'm not going to lie to you, I think this would look really cool with like some like lay this down on tape real flush and just go over it with UV resin and have that be a nice little resin frame. I think that'd be pretty neat. Oh, I hadn't heard that at all about Michael's getting rid of jewelry supplies. I don't know if that would be a good business move for them. I'm pretty sure whenever I worked as a teacher at Michael's, that was like a pretty solid portion of their business plan. Okay, so back to weaving. Right on, Brooke. I hope that that's helpful to you, because not every bale has to be like super bougie. You know, like you can have just like a little loop. You could even have done that around a larger ring and turned it and had that just where the chain goes through. So lots and lots and lots of different options. Because most of the time, unless someone does a bit of jewelry making themselves, they may not even be paying a whole lot of attention to the attachment point. Pro, I'm using 16 gauge as my core and weaving with 28 gauge. Yeah. Yeah, same, Mama Salty. But yeah, every time I do a loop, I bring it down and push it. And I'm doing a little bit of like a cinch, like how you would pull on something when you're tying a knot. So I do that, and then I come across and I'm maintaining, like you can see how much the wire's pushing into my thumb. So there's a lot of tension being maintained here in the pieces. Right on, Julie. It may be a regional thing as well. It makes sense that if something doesn't sell well, the manager of that store isn't going to order more of it. Though also it can be a little bit of a like a double-edged sword or something, because it's like if you don't have a whole lot of jewelry stuff, people who make jewelry aren't going to come to your store because you don't have a very good selection. So it's, you want to have a really good selection to bring those people in, but it's hard to justify spending all that space and, you know, investment on building up that inventory if people aren't coming. So it's And honestly, from seeing the prices of where Michaels and Hobby Lobby get most of their products, like you can find them direct from the manufacturers from like AliExpress and stuff. They are making sick profit margin on a lot of these beads and charms and different things. So even if it's just like a couple of aisles out of the entire store, um, they're probably still making pretty decent cash flow off of those objects. And less every day. Wow. So I don't go unless I have multi coupons, right? Well, and sometimes too, though, like, you know, yeah, you could get it for 10 cents a piece off of AliExpress, but you have to order like 500 of them. And it's like, I just flat out do not need 500 of this one thing. So there's pros and cons always to buying in bulk versus buying individually, or you know, things like that. But it's also what enables them to be able to be running, you know, 40% off daily coupons and stuff like that. Spoken, of course, from the perspective of someone who is not privy to the intricacies of Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joanne's finances. That's just, I'm inferring here. Okay, so I've done the sharp angled bend to boop. Holy crap, are you serious? Joanne's is selling Glowforges? Woof. All right. Which we did actually, for those of y'all who might be wondering, we did get our Glowforge set up, but we have not run it yet because it is so cold in the house that it's malfunctioning, which happened to our other machine too. So we just have to wait for it to not be like 29 degrees. Earring stoppers, yes. I'm trying to get this wire is actually way too thick to fit through our earring backs, I'm pretty sure. Let's try it anyhow. I don't know. I know that they didn't let us use one of their coupons on like oh yeah, that's not gonna fit in there. No, that doesn't fit. Wow, I didn't know that Glowforge only works on nice days. We have it ported, like the ventilation directly outside of the house, and if we put the heater on it, it would heat up in about like an hour, and we'd be able to run it again. But it's just the cold air coming in directly from outside. I think Glowforges were designed for people who live in like civilized modern houses, not this hunk of popsicle sticks that we currently live in. Do it, love?
Modern homes?
Modern homes, yes. Yeah, that's pretty standard on the pricing, I think. I wonder if they allow financing because we financed ours through Glowforge, and that's why it's costing so much. Is they're like, well, it'll take you, a million years to pay it off, and we're like, yeah, that's probably true. I hate financing stuff. It's the absolute worst. Ooh, started the first fire of the season. I hope like in a fireplace or fire pit and not at like a gender reveal. I think I'm just in a mood today. Dancing tree, that's a good thing. Like Randy and I were both like we had a nice long sit down discussion about the Glowforge before financing it. Um and it actually turned out to be a pretty good decision even with the complications that we've been having because yeah, Kelly, yeah. Uh because it's some stuff that we had ordered from AliExpress that's slow boat from China. It's like 8 months later and we still haven't gotten it. Um, it's just on the way. So I'm really glad that we moved the production of the materials that we use in our craft along kits to in house, so that we're not having to rely on you other people as much as possible. Right on, dancing tree. Wasn't that how like one of the big fires in California was started? Was a gender reveal? I don't know. I saw it in a meme. Yeah. Yep. Whoop. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera. So I'm always.
And to be fair, we did get our stuff from AliExpress. It just took 2 years.
Yes, that's true. That was just one item that took 2 years to arrive, though. Because it got like lost. Like we counted it as just like gone forever, and then it showed up like a month ago, and we were like, "What? What even is this?" But yeah, I'm always a little sloppy on the downhill. I'm always trying to work on it. And what's more is trying to work on my technique without props, like clamps or tape or things like that. Because if you can do it without the prop, then you most certainly can with it. Right? Okay. And there's the heater again. Okay, and then bending those out just a little. So that's how I do a bale. Hey Rennie, how's it going? Oh goodness, Michelle. And even Randy and I have had problems with our own product shipping this year. Just, it's been cray cray, y'all. Like, straight up. Okay. So I think that's gonna be our bale. So I've done 5 wraps on this side too now. And I'm squishing that, and I need to get some. probably some fresh nylon jaw pliers because I've been using these bracelet nylon jaw pliers for everything. But honestly, they work out pretty well. Like, I don't hate it. And I'm just coming through and trying to squish a little bit. And so, oops, I did it the wrong way. If you're still in here, this is actually how you can start to get some of that waving to happen, like in those pendants that you sent me pictures of. Is just going through and kind of manipulating your wire weaving. So you weave it flat and then twist it into the shapes and stuff. Hey man, how's it going? Okay, I'm gonna open this up. And I'm just bending that around. I oftentimes on pieces will like to get the bale. I'm gonna scooch these roses over here just to hang out with us. They're so pretty. We picked them from the garden. But I'm going to open that up. And so I've come through the center. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. It actually arrived within a week. I was shocked. Wow, right on, Angie. No, you're good. I lost count. I'm just gonna do it till it looks the same. They do. The red ones don't have much of a smell to them, but the coral ones smell really nice. And these are knockout rose bushes from the front yard. It's, again, we thought we were going to get ice last night, so I went around and I picked everything. And I actually have more blooms out on the bushes now, so my garden doesn't know that it's supposed to be going to bed. Go to bed. Okay. So again, and so ProPool, if you're watching this, I'll do a little demonstration segment for you. Okay, snipping that down. Sorry, roses are beautiful, but you're in my way. I just wanted to share them with you guys, especially if you're having kind of crummy, the world is on fire weather. No, they opened up yesterday. They were all little buds. Like this one was just a bud and it's opening up. I'm gonna sniff it. That is really nice. Okay. Okay, so pro. Let's say we have, this is more 16 gauge wire and we're gripping it. And if you coil like this, where it's very wide and then smush it down, like I'm going to do a segment of that. Now it's minute, but that little bit of space in between each of those segments, not only will your wire have like a constant spring back, but it's just going to be a little lumpy. Let me see if I can't zoom. There we go. Huh? What is? Gotcha, yeah. So it just doesn't fit very snug onto the wire base. Whereas if you come in and pull tight, like I'm gripping, and you can actually troubleshoot that by gripping. the wire on both ends and twisting it down. And that'll kind of cinch it, but you still won't get as good of results as if you were to come through and very carefully lay each layer of the wire next to the previous one. And then we get a little bit of space going on there, but you can smush that down and it'll hold okay. Now, that's maintaining a pretty constant tension though. Which gets difficult to do whenever you don't have a whole lot of wire to hold on to. But yeah, so I don't know if that shows any kind of... I should have shown the difference before I cinched the other side down. So... But I hope that helps you probe pull. Okay, so now we have, let's pull off a whole nother full arm span of the 28 gauge. Ooh, I got coffee. Hey, Ash, how's it going? Oh, well, hey, Scotland, how's it going? Okay, so while we do have that one little wire attaching these 2 points, and nobody wants to hear it, but practice, like, will help so much. But we have that one little connection point, but we need more than that. That's not going to hold everything together. So I'm splaying these back 2 wires open like that. And I'm going to take this additional wire, full arm span, and I'm 5'4", so that's about 5 feet of wire. Sorry, I had somebody get sour with me in a tutorial that they're like, my fingers aren't the same size as yours. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. Maybe I just read into it wrong, but I was like, if one more person sasses me today, I'm about to start cutting. Like, ooh. So, yeah. So now I'm much more particular about, you know, how wide are my 2 fat fingers. It's 1.5 inches. There you go. But it's like, I'm here to help you, not serve you. Please stop treating me like I'm a customer service representative at your local big box store. Like, do what? I know, I shouldn't, and that was out of line of me to, and I didn't respond that way, in person. Like, I always try to be patient, because it's like, just because I'm having a bad day and reading tone into somebody's situation doesn't mean they actually stated it like that. But at the same time, deep breath. Okay. It's like, I don't know. People talk to you on YouTube like you're a freaking robot. Okay, so I looped around the backside and then wrapped around on either side, and that added a little bit more stabilization, but I'm also going to come through. I did 5 rotations. Let me zoom in. I'm going to see if I can actually stay in frame, which it's very unlikely, but here we go. But yeah, people are always like, oh, you're so nice. And I'm like, yeah. Knowing very well that, no, and this was like 8 months ago, you guys. I'm still salty. It's been a slow fermented salt, but it's there. I'm going to try to stop hitting the camera with my head. And wrapping around. And poor Randy's been putting up with me being in a mood for like, oh, I don't know, 15 years. Is that roughly about right, babe? He's just quiet.
Oh.
Nothing. So I wrapped twice, and now I'm doing 5 more. But that's going to give us a little bit more of a connection point.
Really fun behind in the video.
You have, or?
Yeah. Let me refresh.
Is that Lambo in the background? I don't know what Lambo is. Propul says, wow, hold a grudge much? Well, it's like I'll be fine at the time. Yes, apparently I hold grudges. I'll be fine at the time, but then it'll be like a cumulative thing. So like one too many people will just be like, giving me 1-star Yelp reviews live. And then I'll just snap and be like, yeah, these things that have happened. And I don't know, I don't feel like I'm a grudge holder for like people personally, but it's whenever I do mentally catalog feedback constantly. So it's like if people are saying that I'm having my videos have difficulty with audio or something like that, I try to make note of it. But it's also I've had one too many people yell at me in all caps in the video comments of a video that nobody else has had trouble with, that it's like, can you please stop yelling at my face? Like, pretty please? That'd be so nice. Okay. Could have been that recurring time and you had a chocolate and ice cream. Oh yeah, by the way, Daniel, I'm on a diet. I haven't had chocolate or ice cream in days. Probably contributing to my snarly mood. Nah, y'all are good. Where did there it is. I'm gonna zoom back out because I'm not good at staying in frame. Randy, can you come pat me on the head? I'm grouchy. Please. Please. It is like dark at 3 o'clock. This is gonna be a rough winter, isn't it? Withdrawal symptoms, probably. We need 100 cc's of melty chocolate stat, right? Y'all got me. Mango rum all around. No, I need a camping trip. It's been a month. I am ready. Ooh, coffee. Oh, holy smokes, you guys! Are y'all ready for a giveaway? Someone posted this meme in work chat the other day. My customer service voice is actually a different person. Like, I don't even know who that person is. That's funny. And I don't do so good in customer service because like this is just me until I'm a snarling, like, Hufferty Snufferty. Like, I don't know, maybe there's just something wrong with me because I cried through almost the entire movie Cats, and not like the new one, like the recorded stage production one. 3 years on and I still remember the retail customers that ticked me off. Yeah, I wish it stuck as sore in my mind of all y'all who are so wonderful and nice to me as the 2 buttholes ever. Are you ready for the giveaway?
No.
Are you on WoW?
No.
Wandy, he's on WoW. I saw you.
You saw nothing.
I seen it. I seen it with my eye holes. Oh, and I got my glass station tidied up. Aw, thanks, Ashley. I don't have any friends except for you guys, so I just come here and bitch, and that's my live streams now. So I'm so sorry for the super high quality live streams. Hey. I saw you on WoW. It's still up on your screen. I see a double button there at the bottom.
You crazy.
Randy, I'm on to you.
You crazy.
Randy shaved his little man face, and now I can see him when he smiles. Hey, Randy.
Gross.
The drag queen channel? A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can I just squeeze
Are you
your cheeks?
ready?
No, I didn't grab the thing.
We'll go grab the thingy.
I love your mouth. Okay. No, but like I haven't seen his face in, I don't know, like 6 months. How long was it since he shaved last? And so he was asleep, and I just kept tickling his mouth.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
That was so much fun. What are you talking about?
You ready?
ready?
Yeah. No. Are you guys ready for a giveaway? Have you gone and left a comment on last week's live stream? Kelly says, good luck to the entered peeps. Donna says, I love playing WoW, but it does not work now after the big update. How's that big update, honey? You want to see Randy get really upset?
What update?
The pre-patch?
I'm not sure about.
Are you just living in denial? He was upset. You listened to like 20 mad people on the internet.
Ready?
Yes. We are giving away some of our very last, for realsies this time, polymer clay cabochons. So, also, before we have our giveaway, I want to take a moment. Randy, do you want to take this moment with me? Hold my hand. To thank our sponsors, which is you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do for us here on YouTube, on our website, Back to Earth Creations, through our Craft Along Club and Patreon. Y'all make what we do possible. I would not be able to come and just loudly complain for an hour in my live stream. So sorry, by the way. Yeah, Donna, he's playing WoW. You can see it at like the bottom. Click on it. What are you doing? You're probably on your flying mount floating in the sky.
No.
Yes, huh?
That sounds like some crazy talk. What are you doing?
I'm trying to alt tab.
Leave my
See,
thing.
there's WoW. I've seen it. Okay. Thank you guys so much, though. If you guys do enjoy our content, though there's no accounting for taste, I don't know why you guys like what we do. But I digress. Please consider joining our Craft Along Club for as little as $1 a month or $12 a year. You can get access to our exclusive live streams, our behind the scenes content, and the more you pledge, the more you get. So we also do like monthly cab boxes and Craft Along kits and different things like that. Donna says, I seen them. We're on to you, Randy. But thank you guys for being awesome. Even for just being here, hanging out in our live streams. Like, you brighten our day so much. So, man, gratitude improves my attitude. I feel so much better. Good. I really want some carbs.
You ready?
Yeah. Are y'all ready for a giveaway now, though? What we do is we go to YouTube comment picker, and if y'all left a comment on last week's live stream, then it puts your name in the hat, because we just like copy paste the link to the video, and then he's gonna scroll. It filters duplicate users. Right. That way you can't like comment 200 times.
Ready?
Yes.
It was 50. There's now 65.
Ooh.
Pretty good odds.
He clicking the button, y'all. Click it. Oh, who's gonna win? Rachel Delage says lots of love from Stratford, Connecticut. They probably can't hear me. She says lots of Rachel Delage, congratulations. Says lots of love from Stratford, Connecticut. One of these days I'll get some courage to send you some of my work. Ooh, I learned from your tutorials. I only have time to wire wrap in wintertime. Love always. Right on. What's a good time of year to wire wrap too? Like snuggle up under an electric blankie?
Sure.
Our house is cold. Congratulations. It is RACHELDELAGE. I hope I pronounced it correctly. If you could send us an email, Rachel, to backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com and give us your address that you... There she is. She says so happy. Congratulations, Rachel. If you could send us that email with your shipping info, we'll get it sent off to you right away. So, and you can send it to backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com. I don't know if I already said that. So, I showed all of y'all my cheese cave idea in Saturday's exclusive stream. And I don't know if I should show you guys now.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, it's a cheese cave and I'm kind of embarrassed. But do y'all want to see Randy and I's dream? We're having a dream together. Owls are my favorite animal. Owls? What emoji is that? Is that owls or horses?
Horse.
Horses are pretty cool. Sorry, I am blind and slow, so give me a minute.
See that?
What does yeah, Randy's showing me my I'm slow face. Okay, so what's going on? Do we have a troll in here? The congrats came on before the drum roll stopped. Guess I'm reloading stream. Angie. All right, on Rachel. Oh, Lisa, I love this cup too. My good friend Christina gave it to me on the camping trip that we went on with her, and it is my absolute most favorite mug. Like, it's the perfect holding size, and like the handle's up high enough that I can fit it into the cup holder in the car. Not the front one, I found out, but the back one, because our car is a clown car. Like, if we still had the van, it would have fit perfect. But anyways, so Brandy and I were watching a video where a person was like, I have a cheese cave or something. I don't know. What even happened? I was watching some homesteading video and somebody said something about a cheese cave, and I went off on this like bougie fantasy rabbit hole of just like thinking about having an entire like catacomb of cheese.
You're like, I like cheese.
I like cheese. Randy likes cheese. Let's make cheese. So based off of the cheese cave sounds like something from Minecraft. Well, cheese needs like apparently certain temperatures and humidities to cure and age, and I'm like, yes. I think it'd be really cool, you know, one day when we have all the free time,
Yeah.
to make a bunch of cheese.
When that'll happen.
Randy just stared into the abyss. So I started drawing up like a cheese cave, and we have these ideas about like having like maybe water pipes in the walls for cooling it, and like underground exhaust tubes so we can like pull in cold air in the winter, and like having water catchment off the top of our house, and just all this different stuff. So, and we were like, well, if we can drain, you know, I don't. So this is the drain. It made way more sense on Saturday, before I slept a bunch. But then last night, I was like, I need to design my kitchen, my dream kitchen. So I started designing my dream kitchen and like actually planning out what would go in each cabinet, just to make sure that I'm like planning it the right size. Not, mind you, that I'm going to be doing anything with any kitchen other than the one I'm bound to now for like 3 to 5 years. Oh, I don't know, like Roquefort cheeses or cheddars. Like, we're probably going to be doing a lot of goat cheese because I want to keep goats before I get into bovine, just because goats are smaller. Like, I don't know, I feel a lot more comfortable with an animal that I can pick up than like a cow. So a cheese faucet, and you turn it on in the house. Brooke, that's not actually a bad idea. I really like that. It does, Mary Hart. And that's why Randy and I are going ahead and dreaming dreams and planning plans now, is because, oh, it's fun. But this is the door to our pantry, which would be into the depths of the first, like, kind of airlock system, because we want to keep the cave as cool and climate controlled as possible, and all the dirt on top of the cave would actually be from digging out the pond, because I was also looking up how to like how much it would cost to get somebody to dig like a 1 acre pond or something, and so that's where we get all of that dirt from. And like I think I'm gonna put together like a whole PowerPoint presentation or something and put it up over on the Vonster vlog. And what's more, y'all, is, can I tell them?
So at what point did you get into the rabbit hole of Springfield having the U.S. surplus?
I don't know, but apparently there's like 1.6, was it billion pounds of cheese in Springfield, Missouri, y'all, like an hour from where I live. And I was like, instantly, we have to steal the Declaration of Independence. Like, we have to go break into the. I'm not actually FBI agent who monitors me. You know how lazy I am. I'm not actually going to go and rob the cheese bank in Springfield, Missouri. Yeah, no, it's just like, apparently the government has like this tinfoil hat time, has a stockpile of cheese. And I was like, we live an hour away from the greatest wealth ever known to mankind. 1.6 billion? I don't even fathom numbers that big. Of cheese. Like, the sheer volume. How many How many semi trucks of cheese is
How many
that?
grilled cheeses?
How many grilled cheeses is that much cheese? Like how many 5-gallon buckets of fondue?
How many cheese quesadillas?
Cheese quesadillas. Okay. So Dancing Tree says it's not real cheese. It's only a model. I understand it's to supply stores and stuff, and we actually have a distribution here in or like a stockhold here in Missouri, and like I'm having a cheese stroke. I got so excited about cheese I can't wear it anymore.
Hate it when that happens.
Me too. Here in Carthage, we've got an old mine that like Americold used to run out of, and like they used it as like a cold storage distribution for like a bunch of food and stuff. So, but still. And next door, the world's largest bathroom.
Well, we do have the second largest rocking chair.
We do. In Boomland, in Missouri, there's the second largest rocking chair. No processed cheese in Velveeta. I'm sad now. I didn't know it was that.
Think of all the nachos you can have now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
I'm not gonna
real
behave
cheese,
like
yeah.
a cheese prude. I do love some of that fake yellow colored plastic for in a grilled cheese sandwich. It melts nice. Nothing melts like plastic cheese. Okay, let's get back to work. But what can I tell them
About what?
about the thing with the stuff in the attic?
Oh!
Or is that top secret?
I mean, it's supposed to be top secret.
Yeah, I can't tell you guys right now. It's top secret. But we're gonna be doing a thing with some stuff in our attic, and it's gonna be amazing. Oh, it went uphill, so I gotta keep scooching. Okay. What are you guys even talking about? Delight says, how do we change our address on the website for the Craft-A-Lawn subscription? I sent an email, but it still went to my old address. Luckily, it was forwarded. Oh, goodness. Please send me another email, Delight, like today, not through our contact form, because what has happened is we have like 40 emails that are just from our contact form. So it just says like in the subject bar, new contact form. And so I'm having a really hard time like keeping things sorted. But if you just send an email to backtoothcreations@yahoo.com with your new address and be like, this is my name on PayPal, this is me, like this is where I was living, this is where I want you to ship it to. And that way we can get you sorted, because sometimes going into PayPal and updating your shipping doesn't necessarily update it in the subscription. Like, I'm not for certain. So, but we will get that taken care of for you. I'm so sorry. Pro Pools is costumes on Friday auction. I'm going to try for it, but I don't know what I'm going to wear, bro. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. Right on, Delight. That'll be perfect. Like, I may just... Huh? I don't have my squirrel costume anymore. So I can't be a squirrel this weekend. Do what, love? Well. Hey, Sky. Oh, goodness. Okay. So I'm going to keep weaving just a bit more. And I'm going to do where it goes, like, because I want to shift these to where they're sitting side by side. Oh, Natalie, I'm so glad. Randy, Natalie got her box.
Good.
Very good. Okay, so there's that. And there's that. Hey, Sabrina, how's it going? Hey, Origami. Okay, now I don't know why. Well, I'm gonna have to keep going in that direction, aren't I? Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, and then I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow, Maya, that'll be good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so again, we're kind of doing 5 and then 2 and then 5 and then 2. Randy, please do not actually poop in the yard.
Oh,
Don't tell me what to do, he says. This is copper wire that's covered in a titanium tone.
how else is Sam
Enamel.
gonna learn?
I know, Randy. So it's copper that's been silver plated and then covered in that titanium toned enamel. That first layer of silver plating does make it a little bit more expensive than just their regular enameled copper, but it gives it a much truer and much longer lasting silver tone. Hey Gary, how's it going? My craft box yesterday, didn't you say there was a way to move the scuff spots in the glass tabs too? The blue ones had pretty noticeable scuff spots. Oh no. Yeah. I use like glass polishing for like doing your dishes, like if you have glasses that get scratched up. But truthfully, Randy and I have started trying to grind those down ourselves, and so if you get some that have really bad scuffing, send us an email and let us know, and we'll send you replacements in your next month's kit. But if you could send us pictures, that way we can see how bad we messed up. Oh my god. Oh no! Pro pool. I hope your tub's okay. Okay. So once we get past where we're laying the wire between the ones that were already on there, and it has some nice bare wire open. That's pretty nice. Okay, so there's 5. Ooh, Michelle says we have less than a year in the current house, so hopefully nothing goes wrong between now and then. If it does, we'll just have to deal with it. It's kind of how we're feeling about this house. The upstairs tub floods whenever we use it, so we just don't use it anymore. Maya says, so Parawire non-tarnish or the enamel type. I need a non-tarnish one, so does enamel one tarnish? Their enameled stuff does not tarnish. Their bare copper will tarnish, but if it's enameled, it's covered in this like vinyl enamel that actually holds up really well. Sometimes if you're kind of new, or even for me, sometimes my wires will slip and pinch, but that's usually when I'm working very close to the tip of a project. Wow, Pro Police says, yep, 30-year-old house, everything is breaking. My other house is over 100 years and is still holding up. Oof. Does it show up on camera? I'll try, but don't stress about it. I'm really excited about the square wire. Right on, Teresa. But yeah, the more we learn about fused glass, the more we're learning about like we're raising our standards of quality as we go. So hopefully nobody should be getting scuffed stuff anymore. But also sometimes Randy and I just miss it. Wow, Leaf. Okay, so we got those guys woven. Now time to do that same thing to this side. Again, trying to get one wire to come and sit off to the side of the other. So there's 1 and 2. Oh, hey Randy, would you let the peppers back in?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know. Looks like something got a little frost damage.
Yeah, the Morning Glories did, but back behind the house, everything's still chugging along. Oh no, Julie. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2. Oh, that's way too wide apart. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a very reasonable concern to have, Maya. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I can zoom in a little. We'll see. Profil says the rain helped keep everything from freezing. Hopefully my morning glory is dead. Next week off. Finally hard work. Yeah, that's I'm trying to just milk as much out of the garden this year as I can. Though it is getting fixing to be time for just some garden cleanup. Four, 5. I just bought a 2012 Nissan Xterra. I still use tires, so hopefully I'll be able to get those soon. How's your new car doing? Our new car is doing pretty good. That actually reminds me I need to call the dealership today. And we have this like repair insurance plan that we purchased along with the car. And I think we're going to get to use it because it is making like a seriously concerning noise every time we start it and use the brakes and use the like gas to make it accelerate. So just mostly Randy says mostly just when he uses the brakes, but it also makes a different and also concerning noise when you press the gas though. So we'll see. All right, on. Do all the yard and don't have to worry about it for a few months. That'll be nice. There's 5. 1, 2, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swoosh and swoosh. There we are. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, cricket, warm coffee is nice. My coffee's cold, but that's okay. Oop, we got a little fudge up down there. Let's see if we can sort it or if we've got to backtrack. I can hear you licking the floor, Sam. Please stop. Hey, buddy. You gonna come sit next to me and lick the floor? Yeah, let's backtrack a little. It is always okay to undo some of your work. Like in crochet or knitting, sometimes it's better to pull out the stitches and fix where you messed up. So I just have to undo like 2 segments. There we go. And that's another thing with Parawires. It's pretty darn durable. So there's 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and squish. So I'm also going to count and see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So I'm going to start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. So this will be our last one. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what I need. 5. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to be bending these ends kind of close to each other and threading all of our wires through the center. Kind of just bringing them through. Yeah, that would have been way easier. Oh my gosh, okay. Instead of pushing everything through there, I'm just going to whoop up through like that. Okay. Oh boy, sometimes I make it more complicated than it has to be. Hey, we're ordering. I have no idea. So the pressure pot conversion video is up, but it's a little longer than I would have liked. Oh, right on. How long is it? I'll have to check that out after the stream. Yeah, sometimes whenever we get trolls through, too, there'll be innocent casualties on the wayside. Whenever we're going through, like, trying to, like, tap the screen and, like, block the actual trolls. Like, I've accidentally blocked some actual friends before, so never take it personally. The carrier created for the inside took longer. Right on. You know, and sometimes longer videos are just better, though. Our channel is not for just coming in and promoting your own channel. Sorry, guys. No, it's not, honey. This is my platform of shameless self-promotion. Get your own. Or at least the live stream is. Right on. I'll definitely check that out, Gary. And I totally meant that comment towards the person who came in and just popped in and was like, hey, come subscribe to me. I don't mind a bit whenever, like Gary and, Ash and a lot of y'all come in and you're like, hey, I did this thing, come check it out. Y'all been part of our community for ages. Like, it's pertinent. Like, Oh, well, thanks, Maya. Okay, so I'm gonna need to extend the weave just a little bit farther. Gail says when I'm looking at Portals is my OnlyFans page. We actually do ask that people not share their OnlyFans pages. Even yours, ProPool, as interesting as it sounds. Yeah, right, Dancing Tree. Oh, gonna start decorating. Right on. Gail says, when I'm looking at Parawire's site, is it the shaped wire section that you mostly use? That's where I find, the square and half round wires, but most of the time I just find their craft wire and kind of put it in, like, looking for what's it, like 18 gauge round. Like, I'll put that into their search and then kind of go from there. So I hope that's helpful to you. Hey, War. Like, if you have concerns or something, send me an email, but I can't, like, help you with it right now. I'm doing pretty good, Debbie. Yeah, right, Maya. No, oh my gosh, Sopod, no. Is somebody had came in and I had blocked them just now because they were like, hey, I just started my channel, please come subscribe. And it's like, that's awesome. But this is not the time or place for that. And I've literally never seen you in our chat before. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get this to come around at least to where it looks like it's woven across the shoulder of the piece. So I've already lost track of how many wraps that was. Oopsie. 2, 3, 4, 5. I haven't, Gary, but if you find somebody, I'd be super interested in learning about that because I need to get something like a metal stamp for on clay and leather and metal and stuff. Saying that doesn't allow links. Do you use that? Yes. And we do use that specifically because otherwise people come in and just like spam like naughty video links and stuff. So it's a safety measure that we're not willing to take down. But you can still type like for my website I do like Back to Earth Creations and then like space.com and post that. So and then people can like just they can type it into Google for themselves, and that way they can find you. Where hopefully, if I can make a batch without scorching them, we'll have some up in this coming auction. Or, I don't know, maybe the auction, but also our shop update is what I meant. Okay. So this wire's running short anyhow. 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to do exactly like how I said to not do to pro pool. And then cinch it down. There we go. Since you won't be on next Tuesday, we'll be opening it the following. Yes, Anita. That'll be the plan. Which, thank you, by the way, for sending the package. Yes. Here you go, Chi-Chi. This is just a standard 5-2 beat. So 5 wrapped around 1, 2 wrapped around both. And I'm just continuing it around. And then I wanted to get a little bit more coiled just to stabilize it. And then I'm going to snip. And this is a variation from our wire wrapped bobble tutorial. Oh, you're good, Daniel. So there's 1, 2. Again, I have no idea how many more I added, but I'm just going to try to do the same thing on the other side. Right on, Anita. Kelly, I didn't make a mold for it in glass. I just found one that was very similar, and I absolutely love it. And also, that tutorial could be used on basically anything, with a hole in it. So whether it's like just a like a regular gemstone donut bead or a piece of resin, or it actually looks really cool around crescent moon stuff as well. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, squish. So what else stuff are y'all working on today? 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, Lori. We started at 2 p.m., so like an hour and 46 minutes ago. And also, I keep forgetting to mention this, but I've been having a lot of fun with it these past couple of weeks with y'all, is for our giveaways, if you want, you can comment a yes or no question, because I go through at the end of my live streams now and read through and answer the yes and no questions at the end of the video. Says the noise goes away when you bring things closer to the cam. No, yeah, it's the heater. It literally roars at us. It is quite loud. Usually can't work on live stream. Right on, Mary. You're good. How's the married life treating you? Oh goodness, Chasa. Okay, coming in and snipping, which I'm not too worried about making sure it's perfectly symmetrical right now. I just want to try to actually get jewelry made. Okay, so now, which I don't know why I have stuck in my head, it's the video of when mom's not home, of the guy playing the trombone and the kids slamming the oven door. That stuff is life. And I super duper have that song stuck in my head. So if someone were to peek inside my brain and see what my 2 brain cells are doing, one of them's playing a kazoo and the other one is headbanging while slamming the lid to a washing machine. Working on my barmaid figurine for my daughter-in-law's Christmas. Ooh, she would use it on their D&D get together. Oh, right on. Oh, that's so cool. It's rough and expensive at the startup, but you are taking the hardest steps now. Like forevermore, Gary, it is never going to be as hard as what it is right now. Also, an inexpensive wood burner used to just kind of scrawl out your signature on the inside of the leather works pretty well. Right on. Oh, that'll be cool, Shabby. Hey, pretty kitty. What's up? What's up? She's gonna crawl into the drawers. Okay, so now I'm experiencing just a little bit of complication. I don't like how much this is wiggling away from the head of the piece. So I'm actually going to take this bit of aluminum wire. This is 16 gauge, but this is standard wire gauge. So this is the 16 gauge American next to the 16 gauge standard. So I don't know if you can see the difference in thickness. I know, kitty. Right on, Holly. So you can kind of see there on the end. This one flushed as well. So that difference in size. So the 16 gauge standard is a lot thicker. Much more close to like a 14 gauge American wire gauge. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to take my round nose plier or mandrel pliers on this setting. And you have to be careful with this aluminum wire because it's like seriously soft. Oh, right on, Mary Heart. 3 weeks already. Time does fly by. And I'm just going to put this around the back side of the neck of the piece. And then thread both of these through the center here. Ooh. Again, we want to keep that nice and snug to the back. I'm going to try to open this up just a little bit so that we can fit those wires in there. You can actually take them close to the end and put quite tight. There we go. I'm also taking it and just bending it down a little bit more from there. Very cool. And this is going to give us a little bit of variation in color and texture as well, which I think is very nice to be able to do. Then I'm going to come in between those ones on both sides. There we go. Wrapping back around. So sometimes if your piece isn't as stable as you'd like, just add some more wire. Figure it out. You've got this. Okay, so now I'm going to come through and snip. Just using about an inch the length of my finger. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers, come up here, grip, and hey, pretty girl. I'll get the laser pointer when this is all done, okay? She has a hard time when it's cold outside because she's still a kitten. Like, she's going to be 2 or 3 this year, maybe, but very much a kitten in her heart, and she's so full of energy. Okay, so I'm just cinching those down and then smushing. And I know that's on the back side. You could put it on the front, but Kelly says, how long are cats kittens? Ember didn't start to mellow out until she was like 5 or 6. No, don't you push that off of there. You turd, I see you. Oof. She was about to kick my aluminum marver. Callie, get off of there.
What are you doing?
Callie, get off of there. You turd. I'd kick her off completely if I hadn't just cleaned it. Nanzilla says mine is 13 and he still runs around like a lunatic. Right on. It's not up to us to decide when a cat's not a kitten anymore, I suppose. You getting her off of there, baby? I don't want her to get like glass over. There she is. Thank you, honey. She's like, no, I must make chaos.
You knocked something down. What more do you want?
Yeah, Ember still does that, and she's like 12, Kelly. Runs like a lunatic pre and post poopies. Well, it's they've got to commit the crime and then run from the scene. Okay. Okay. So now again, measuring just about an inch out. Oh, and I buggered up and snipped it on accident. If that happens, a lot of the times you can come in and be like, no, 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 you're fine. And just like smush it down and rub the messed up spot off with your pliers. Though it is better to just try to avoid that, if at all possible. So... Oops. Well, my pliers are all kinds of slipping today. So I'm just cinching that in. And gripping. Right on, Gigi. Oh, Kelly found a spring. Cat cam time. Oh, really? I get out the camera and you're gonna run? You're a gremlin. I also haven't swept in like a week, so I apologize. Seriously, Cal? She's like, no, I do not perform for the camera. And I'm like, all right, girl, whatever. Oh, right on, Mary Hart. Maybe if I'm quiet about it. What? I'm not looking at you. I have to like not look at her. Gremlin. Okay. So now I want to get like a rough idea. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I'm just bringing that around. Bringing that around. Just kind of stacking them. And I'm going to do another finger length. Past, I'm lining the crease of my finger up with like the edge of the spiral. And it's imperfect, but it works-ish. You could use a ruler if you're all sophisticated like that. Nope, where I snipped it with the plier, just isn't working. So I'm gonna grab it there and do a nice tight little spiral. Thanks, Gary. Loud roaring of the heater again. Right on, Rachel. Well, I really hope you like what you won. Excuse me. So that is boom. We made some jewelry. I like it. It didn't cover up too much of the cap. Get all my little fingerprints off of it. Right on, Penny. It actually causes me like physical stress, the loud noises. So if I seem on edge at all today, just know it's because I eat garbage and don't sleep enough and am terrible at stress management, and I'm blaming it on my heater. So, Nanzilla says, I never have one, but I subscribe to the craft kit and pretend. Next best thing. Let's see. Huh?
It's a guaranteed thing.
Yep, it's a guaranteed win. I love droning noises in the background, but I fall asleep. Stress me out every time I'm there, and I'm like, well, I don't know. It's not so bad if I'm going to sleep. It's inconsistent noises whenever I sleep that I'm like, who there? Why you do that? Mostly the dog chewing on his butt. But it's so good. Okay. Anyways. Let me see if I can pull up the yes or no questions from last week, and we will do some. Penny says, I can't handle silence ever. It's deafening. I love just like quiet. I think it's because it's so rare. Like, I love like the complete and total absence of traffic noises, but I like being able to like hear, you know, silence is an actual silence. It's like the wind through the trees. Or are you coming to hang out, or did you just want to bring me a chair? What? It's a very nice chair. I don't know. To help me find the yes or no questions. Ah.
Well, if you won't put me to work, I'm back again.
No, you can stay here, I guess. I'm trying to find last week's video because I'm a bum.
I think I still have one.
Can you copy paste it for me
Yeah, I
there?
think so.
What? Anita says, I've had bad tinnitus all my life. I crave noise. Oh goodness, I bet. Sometimes I'll get this like thrummy thing in my ear, and it's like, but yeah, like silence is whenever I'm like, peace and quiet, there's still like, it'll be the sounds of like the wind in the trees, or like maybe some birds hollering at each other and stuff. But like, well, thanks, Shabby. I'm trying to kind of grow it back out. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, thank you so much, honey. Okay. So I'm looking for the yes and no comments. Rachel won! Ooh, Fern says, hey Fern, she said, I checked out Roy's rocks, like he said, and I love what he does with opals. He does do some great opals. What do you think about trying to make some of your glass look like opal? I think that would be the coolest thing ever. But I think I'm going to have to actually learn what like real opals look like a little better before I can emulate them properly.
It'd be hard.
It would be pretty hard. Well, we have that iridized glass now, and that might help add some like opal effects.
That's true.
Looking. I love that box of your dad's. So cool. I like it too.
Will you just sit over there?
Connie, I was wanting to make silly faces in the sheet. And then also, y'all can ask more yes and no questions here in the comments too. I really am supposed to go through and do this before before the actual live stream. So what am I kicking? Oh, that's a Sam dog. I was like, what's my foot caught on? And it's like, he's like, Mom, that's my face. Patricia says, do you still have a crush on Randy? I know the answer, LOL. I do. I have like, what? I have a serious crush on that man. I can't help it. Like his little smile, like his like this part of his mouth does this thing whenever when he's just sitting there, like, and so a lot of the times when he's got all of his facial hair grown out, like I can't see that he's like smiling, and then he shaved his face, and so like all day now I'm like looking at him. Oh, sorry. Yes, I still have a crush on Randy after 15 years. I still have a crush on that hairy man. Well, can we like reenact that after the live stream?
No.
Like, okay, well I'm gonna go turn it on something and then stand and slam the washer lid along with it because I am compelled. Well, hey, pretty
I love
puppy.
the fact that in the third one, he still has a stupid oven.
Right? They're on the boat and
On
he
the
got an
boat.
oven. Okay, yes or no question from Midday Moon Creations. Do you have any new project ideas involving something not done before? Do you mean not done in general or not done by me? Because I've never had an original idea in my entire life, I feel like. Like everything has been done before in some capacity by somebody. It's all been done. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah, you're slicing my leg open, buddy. But I do have a project, and can I tell them like a little bit about it? I've gotta, it's like bubbling inside of me. I cannot keep this contained. That's just gas. Well, gas or not, I'm gonna tell them. Ha! Okay, well, should I? Do you guys want to know? Like,
question is.
well, I don't know. Maybe they're like, maybe they'd rather. Droma says keep the suspense. So that's a valid point. We've got an idea, and it's top secret.
Not we. I ain't got nothing to do with
Well,
it.
but you're supportive of it, I think, right?
You do what you want.
Yeah, that's pretty supportive. That's all the go I need, baby. Like, well, Lisa says to tell, and now Propool wants to know too. Okay, so you know how in Beetlejuice, in the attic.
Is this what started that?
I don't even know because I didn't watch Beetlejuice lately. But that's what planted the seeds ages ago as a child. So I was like, that's pretty cool. How they have that diorama table. Well, when I was a kid, I would do like I had these like linking logs and like little toy horses. What am I talking about? I still have the toy horses. But I want to like kind of design what I showed y'all on paper earlier. I kind of want to make that on like a 6-foot table like up in our attic just to kind of like build like little.
You're gonna need 2 6 foot.
I'm gonna need 2 6-foot tables. And like when Abby and Olivia were here and I made Olivia like this dollhouse where like the front was cut out of the box and like I wallpapered it and like made like a little cardboard bed. No, not Prego, just fat, not Prego. Looks like a tackle baby. But I want to make like models of how I think I'd like, because Randy and I want to build our own home.
But you gotta do it in the attic because the cat's gonna.
Yeah, but I've got to do in the attic. For one, we've no space anywhere else in the house. For two, the cat's gonna just demolish it. But I thought it'd be really cool to like kind of get me back into making fairy houses and to kind of plan out hypothetical crop and pasture rotations and stuff like that. So and like I don't know, just like kind of make like miniature dollhouse stuff, but I kind of want to build like a crazy person dollhouse dreamland in my attic. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know. And then I looked up dollhouse stuff and I was like, ugh, because they were like, I wanted it to be like, I don't know how to make a toilet, like a little miniature toilet. And so if I were to like buy a dollhouse figurine, I was like, what scale should I make my stuff out? And
Turns out there's
like it seems like it's pretty standard to do like a 112 like scale. So I was like, okay, so I'll make like the boxes at 112 scale, and I don't know, I just thought it'd be a really cool right on shabby. But I thought it'd be really fun to kind of humor a dream. Propool says I can 3D print you a toilet. Do not tempt me. Like I might actually commission just like a little 112 scale toilet from you.
Well, like if it's elongated, you know.
Randy has a specific request for it to be elongated, not round seat style. So let us know what you charge for 3D printed toilets, Propool. Yeah, miniatures are horribly expensive, but if only I had a YouTube channel where I could make miniatures out of polymer clay in my polymer clay station that remains unused. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, I don't know how to, like, I know how to do, what are they called? Not gussets, that's in sewing. Randy, what are those thingies that you build that's a triangle for on a roof? Joists? Nope. There's a word for it. They're a trusset, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a trusset.
Maybe a trusset, but it's like a
I want to say a hasset, but that's not.
hasset. That's like an ottoman. Words are so hard. Well, those are like the hanging offy parts of the roof. But I gotta go grab the picture so I can show you guys. Trusset, okay. Okay, so I have plans. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so I was like, how do you make a roof look like an actual mushroom cap though? Like, how do you do that with trusses? And then I was like, well, maybe if we just build it into a hole in like the side of the ground. But I also don't know like how to do drainage. Like, how do I put in a drain? Like a French drain to keep my walls from every time it rains. So so these are the kind of things that I'm going to be trying to work out with like popsicle sticks and hot glue in my attic, like a crazy person. Kind of a yurt type of construction. I was thinking that, Penny, too, but like it needs to be more, I don't know, mushroom housey. Droma says an architecture turret from Italian turret, a little tower, Latin terrace tower, and a small tower and projects vertically from the wall of the building, such as a medieval castle. I don't know if it's a turret, but no, it's like just whenever like you're building like a roof, like just an actual. Stephanie says, is your actual house going to be like a mushroom house? I don't know.
No.
Randy says no, probably not. But I was designing like a yoga dance studio and doing the landscape design around it. And this is like an outdoor enclosed shower with like pergola boards, like kind of across the top. And I thought that'd be really cool to have a mushroom top. I don't know. I would if Randy would let me, honestly. Truly. Actually, for our home, I just want something that didn't leak. Like, you can just extend the rafters out from the building top and use many pieces to make a more round version. Right on. Yeah, and that's a lot of it is like very cool in concept, but it's going to be hard to implement, which I figured I can still... Trusses! Thank you, Julia. But, yeah. I don't know. I figured it'd be fun, and if nothing else, I have this really cool 112 scale fairy village that I can go play in my attic. I have never heard of that before, Stephanie. I'm going to have to go check that out. You can make your roof into a living roof with plants growing from it. And Penny, that's usually my go-to, is what I end up being like, I can't figure it out. Let's just grow stuff on it. Donna says, there is a house that looks like mushrooms, really. I've seen some on Pinterest, but they're all like quite small homes. Oh, near you, really? Gosh, that'd be cool to see. And again, right, it's looking like, how many feet did this end up being? Because I was designing our kitchen and living room space. So it looks like we're gonna need our house for like living quarters to be. Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. God, this is going to be a huge house. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 32, 33, 34, 35. It's like 35 or 36. So probably, let's just round up on estimating costs, 40 feet wide. Man, I need to sell more calves or something. What's up, baby? He just turned around and left again. But I've always wanted a yurt too. My mom actually, before we moved to the nudist camp, she and Dad were talking about living in a yurt. So I may have, instead of living 3 years at a nudist camp, I may have lived 3 years at a nudist camp in a yurt. That'd have been a thing. Right on. DIY concept dwellers. I'll have to check that out, Stephanie. Hey, babe.
Well.
What's up? Is everything okay?
I'm done with WoW.
Done?
Done.
High
I
five.
did the last thing I was gonna do.
Well, maybe we can go play a video game that's fun.
I don't think they make those.
Lily Rose says, yes or no question. Did you buy your yellow-handled wire cutters? If yes, what are they and where did you get them from? We got them from Rio Grande.
I didn't.
I think these ones were actually gifted to me, but you can buy them from Rio Grande. They are the 2mm tapered flat nose pliers.
Flat?
Flat, yes. What did I say?
I think you
Fat
said fat
nose.
nose.
Fat nose pliers.
I
Hey,
was
Sam.
like, what are those?
Little Sam and D dogs getting their snuggles, getting their butts scratched. Holly said, do you have some glass head pins made up or available on your site? Hint, hint. What color would you want, Holly? Because I'm going to be working at the torch eventually. Maybe today.
Soon.
It's a really nice day for setting stuff on fire.
I think we need to do more.
We do.
Plants.
You're right. That is the dilemma all crafters are faced with. Which comes first with you? Craft.
It's harder for us because craft is work.
Yeah, it's work comes first. So luckily, crafting is our work. So that was a convenient excuse to always be like, oh, I can't do that. I have to make jewelry. And then house chores and then hobby stuff. So that's why I haven't practiced the piano in like a week. Is because it's like, oh.
I don't know how much more in the way you can be, son.
He getting his snuggles in. Sam's super jealous. Oh, that would have been a good idea, Stacy. She had suggested to bend the bale backwards. Lori says, will you and your Randy tie the knot for real? Eventually one day, maybe. Not determined. Undetermined. Yeah, probably. But there's no telling how or when. How do you bake large polymer clay projects? I think I made my barmaid a little too tall for my stove. Oh no. Oftentimes with some of my really big fairy houses,
I don't always lay in that. But
yeah,
when I do,
he's just laying on Randy.
As possible.
It's like neither of you look comfortable. Z, what are you doing? He's so happy. I love that dog. Many times on my bigger projects, I've had to like break it up into like 3 or more pieces, bake them separately, and then reassemble with super glue after baking.
He's the most interesting dog in the world.
Yes. And I think that's... Nope, we've got more... Okay.
Oh. Ow. Stop stepping on me. Just lay down.
Okay, I think that's all the yes and no questions. Cool. I'm so sorry I've been lax on comments. Randy looks so young. I always forget what he looks like when he shaves. Anita, I'm not gonna lie to you. Us too. we're like, oh wow, there's your mouth and chin. He's so handsome though. I love his little face.
Look like a fat 12-year-old.
Well, Randy, the heart ones with the heart ones, and
Z like what?
and I think you're adorable. So He just sits there making that face. Making that face. Getting his chin scratched. Shabby says, I'm gonna go look for the website and video. P.S. It was on YouTube. I hope I made it in a couple months. Right on. A year at home was round top and walls. Yeah. Heather just got off work. What are we up to? Hey, Jamie. We were just answering some yes and no questions before logging off. You have a lot of creative energy, Wild Woman. I get inspired sometimes, but a lot of it is just stubbornly dragging my butt around. Okay. Last call on questions. On yes or no questions, real quick. Yes, Z is getting very salt and peppery. He used to be very like black, like he had a very distinct white mark on his face, and now he just speckled. He my speckled pup. Oh, that foot's going.
And Peppa.
Peppa. Maybe grew his beard out 2 years ago. I won't let him shave it. Randy's will itch him so bad that I'm like, can I help you, Z? But I'm like, it's your face. You do you, bro. Z has growth under his chin. Yep. He got a big old dangle thing. We need to take him to the vet and get it off. But the vet said
it hasn't grown.
It hasn't grown, so it's just kind of there and to keep an eye on it. So they do. Question from Gigi. Can you maybe do a tutorial on how to make a hair clip dangly, pretty, sparkly thing? Possibly. That's kind of...
That's serendipitous.
That's kind of vague. What?
What's going to be in the auction?
Yeah, we've got some hair clips in the auction, but they aren't like dangly or anything.
No.
So, but yeah, and I come through and I just make sure that it's not hurting him. So he's good. A frame. Okay. So I think that being said, we're about 22 minutes over, and I'm getting hungry.
Getting hungry?
Yeah, are you hungry? More rice and eggs? Yeah, more rice and eggs.
Seriously?
Do you have a whirlybird
No.
tutorial?
Yes to that.
Yes.
But no to the rice and eggs.
No to the rice and eggs? Why no?
We have lasagna we need to
But that takes like an hour.
Oh. Baby. You can wait an hour.
I can't. I'm gonna clearly. Sparky says he's too old for surgery. He is getting to the point that unless it grows, unless it's like really we need to do surgery, we're not gonna get surgery unless
it runs the risk.
Unless it's necessary.
Unless not having a dog.
Yeah. I'd rather have a lumpy Z than a nosy. Even though he is a nosy.
He's a nosy.
He's a nosy
Doggy.
boy with a little face. He's a good boy. I'm gonna go snuggle these dogs. But thanks so much for hanging out with us today, you guys. Y'all really are a light in this world for us. So he's so bad at snuggling. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we will see you in Saturday's exclusive stream and then in Sunday's tutorial. And we will not be having a live stream this following Tuesday, but we'll have updated the website calendar to kind of keep you all filled in with that.
We have to go vote.
Yep.
Like every celebrity on the planet has told us to, so we have to do it.
Happy crafting, you guys. Bye.